Hello internet, you're watching Chill, the best YouTuber who's been uploading consistently since January. That rhymed. I was reading the Avengers this time. I opened the book and it was ooey like slime. I saw the Ghost Rider arrive and then came another one with his ride and it was on fire and I got really tired. This book wore me out. I'm not like Flo Rida, so I can't really spit as legit as Thor was with his quips. And Wonder Woman has a whip, but she's not part of this. She's part of DC. That's shit. But Captain Marvel, she is, and she was the captain of that ship. And Captain America, he's in it. And the Black Panther, I made it pretty far though, right? Okay. Let's talk about how good this was. I actually wrote notes. So yeah, the comic book is here. Everybody, yeah, I bought the comic book. I know you comic book writers and artists like to see that the person actually bought the comic book. Just in case one of them are watching my video, which some of you guys do. There's creators who watch my videos. They commented on my videos too, so I feel like they all watch. Kelly Thompson probably watches. Hey Kelly Thompson. Oh, so Avengers 25. This wasn't an overpriced issue, which was $4.99 or some shit like that, because there wasn't that much story to tell. Evident by Iron Man's little, the prologue, I guess you call those last 3 pages. Like, the Hellfire stuff with Ghost Rider finished up, and we went on to the next thing. So they didn't, Jason Aaron just respected me. Aaron's good at writing them single issues that, he's like a single issue writer. And I don't know what I'm trying to say by that, but he specializes in that, and I feel always, at least it's a 7 out of 10 when he's done. This was a 9 out of 10 comic book. This was a great comic book. I knew it would be good when Ghost Rider says, "To hell with being a spirit of vengeance. I'm an Avenger." That's touchy. Yeah, mushy gushy, but I liked it. It meant a lot to me, and I'm like, okay, we're in for something. The last one was a fight with Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider. This one's a fight with like Hell Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. Does it sync up with what's happening in Ghost Rider? The book Ghost Rider? Not necessarily, but it doesn't like ruin it either. It's cool. One will mention the other, and then we'll find out which story happened first. And that's that. Now the Cosmic Ghost Rider is the one who allowed every one of the Avengers into hell. And as that happened, I'm thinking, well, where is he then? This is bad writing. No, this is good writing. Remember when he shows up with the Celestial that Uncle Eli was possessing, gave him the death stare, the penance stare. I'm like, okay, I guess the whole time that this was happening, when we're fighting Johnny Blaze with our Avengers team, he was dealing with a Celestial. That's why it took him so long. That's where he was. Sound. And it solved the problem. And then he's going to split. He goes back out into space for, I think Guardians number 12 might feature him, because that's going to be his epic conclusion. So I'm hyped for that too. So Cosmic Ghost Rider, the impression that he left on me was a positive one. This is the first I'm reading of him. Funny enough, it's not in Donny Cates's book. It's in Jason Aaron's book. Regardless, they're 2 of my favorites. I think Jason Aaron still holds number 1. Eve Ewing, she doesn't write enough for me to consider her my favorite writer. I loved her Marvel team up, and I love her Ironheart, which went up in sales by like 500 this month compared to last month. So that's good. It's still being canceled, but that's good. But Jason Aaron is my favorite writer. He's got that. Who's in second place? Ewing, maybe? Jim Zub's another one. Jim Zub's second place. Ewing is unranked. Let's continue though. The fighting in this comic was consistent, just like last one. It was just logical going. It was smashing with Thor fighting the way Thor should fight. And we did see a return of that Gamma stuff that She-Hulk was using when she was powering Captain Marvel. She was talking about Fast and Furious. I love Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is an awesome franchise. And you know when you date something, when you say a movie from the 2019s, you would be dating your comic book, and Marvel has a sliding timeline. Fast and Furious is never gonna end. This is foolproof. You can mention Star Wars because that's not gonna stop as long as Disney's in charge. You can't mention Marvel, I guess, because this is Marvel. You wouldn't mention the distinguished competition either, DC. So Fast and Furious it is. I like Fast and Furious. I like The Rock. I like Vin Diesel. John Cena's gonna be in the new one. Fast and Furious is thumbs up. I didn't review the other Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't review that one on my channel because I had company over at the house, so didn't have time, and I didn't want to record it on the next weekend. You don't care about that, though. You want me to talk about this comic book. I'm a Fast and Furious fan, and I'm a Black Panther fan, and the way that Black Panther talks to Captain America, when Steve goes and says that this isn't hell, I've been to hell, 1945 in Germany, and yeah. Steve, never changed. I second that, T'Challa. Never changed, Steve. That was some funny shit. That's my character. That's my Thor. This was my BP. I got my Iron Man later on in the book. This is the Avengers. This is the best Avengers that I've read, and I read Brian Michael Bendis. This is my favorite rendition of the Squad. Even with Blade, who would have thought I would like Blade? He had his moment, but I'm just giving this all the thumbs in the world. I'm giving it 9 out of 10 because it wasn't perfect, but it was a great comic book regardless. There was like a moment which I was gonna shit on this, like, no, you were doing so well, when Tony Stark was writing a journal and it said, it's been 6 months. I'm like, what? How could you do something like that? How could you make 6 months of your time pass in a comic book? You never do that. 6 months, and it turns out that he's talking about his own time because he was transferred to a million years BCE. BC and AD, that means before Christ and after the death of Christ. But now we say Common Era, CE, and BCE would be before Common Era. That is the word I'm looking for when it's not religious. Secular? I think secular is the word I'm going for. But that's the way to say that when you don't want to mention faiths. Doesn't bother me. I'm Muslim. I don't care about after death of Christ, before Christ. That doesn't bug me at all. But that's that politically correctness stuff that's changing the way we talk, right? Okay. So the comic book of the 1 million years later on. This is what I think about it. When it started, I think issue number 7 was a flashback to 1 million years ago. There was another one, I think issue 14 was a flashback to 1 million years ago. I guess the next flashback we'll get to 1 million years will actually feature Tony Stark, and I'll actually like it. But I'm coming around to it. I hope it has some major significance. Jason Aaron loves to deal with time, and he's doing a King Thor series where Thor has been king for eons. He's doing that, and he's doing the million years before. And I don't like reading things that don't happen in this time, because if they're not happening in this time, they're not happening. They're just like Spider-Man 2099. I don't care about Miguel O'Hara, who was also bit by a radioactive spider. That usually doesn't work for me. I'm coming around to this, and I also hope that it will have some significance to main Marvel, what happened a million years ago. That first story that Jason Aaron wrote, I began my channel in January of 2019, so I didn't get to review it. I just got to read it and enjoy it month after month, every 3 weeks. This was a great story, which I adored, and that made me like slowly fall in love with this Avengers squad. Jason Aaron knows what he's doing. His history of it's a Celestial's vomit that worked its way into the soil, and it's the reason we have special things. I'll take that over what we're gonna get with the Eternals. There's a movie coming out called The Eternals, so maybe Jason Aaron was writing for no reason, and that'll be all right. I don't know. But I'm trying to say that I'm slowly converting to this time stuff. You want to slowly convert to a YouTube subscriber of Chillmonger? That's the button for you. If not, there's a most recent video. There's my Marauders video.